A while back ago, I reviewed the Wallhack SP004, which is what I have on my desk right now. And back then, I was a firm disbeliever of glass mouse pads, at least for me personally. Like, I knew that glass mouse pads worked for a lot of people, but I was always a firm believer that I would never use a glass mouse pad and I would never main a glass mouse pad, mainly just because I didn't want to wear an arm sleeve all the time. And also just because I thought that I was like a control pad player and that I was going to be on a control pad forever, basically. And I'm here today to admit my wrongdoings and basically just confess that I've been maining this glass pad for like the past week or two now, and I've really started to basically fall in love with it and just like change my entire stance on glass mouse pads. Now you might be wondering, Jaeky, why did you even switch to the glass mouse pad to begin with? Obviously, I got the mouse pad sent out to me to review 3 months ago, and ever since then, it's just been sitting in my closet chilling. And then I saw a little Optimum Tech upload this video, the best mouse pad I've ever used, and pretty much in that entire video, he's just glazing the fuck out of the SP004. He's just glazing it. And so I thought to myself, I was like, okay, I have this mouse pad sitting in my closet. I might as well give it a second chance and like really use it for at least a week. I thought I was going to use it and I was going to like reaffirm that I just hated glass mouse pads, but it's been like the complete opposite experience. I've been using this mouse pad and honestly, I don't think I can ever go back to a regular cloth mouse pad. So if you guys haven't watched my review of the SP004, this is it right here. It's from a company called Wallhack and it's $169 Canadian, which is around $120 USD. So it's definitely not cheap. But if you want a 10% discount, you can use my code Jaeky at checkout to get a 10% discount. Obviously, this video is not sponsored. Yeah, this is the mouse pad I'm using right now. You can see it's glass material. The surface has a little bit of texture so that your mouse sensor tracks properly. And these are the measurements of the pad. It also comes in a white version, and they're also going to be releasing like a specially designed one, which they do every now and then, but that's besides the point. The point is I've been using this pad and I've been really liking it. So I've been using it with the Viper V3 Pro, and a common question I get asked is, what skates do I put on my Viper V3 Pro to use with the SP004? Currently, I'm using the Obsidian Pro skates, as you can see right here. Wallhack sells them on their website. They're like $17 Canadian or something like that. And you can see that I put them in a 3x3 layout, which is what they suggest. So like 3 on the top and then 3 on the bottom. And that's what I've done. It's been working really well so far. So these skates, they're not essential, but one thing I have noticed is like with the regular PTFE skates that came on the Viper V3 Pro, they're a lot more scratchy compared to the Obsidian Pro skates because these are like specifically designed to be used on a glass mouse pad. So with the regular PTFE skates, they're definitely more scratchy, but when I put the Obsidian Pro skates on, they give a smoother experience and it's not as loud when you're swiping across your pad. Obviously not essential, but also these won't wear down as fast as regular PTFE skates, so you don't have to swap them out as often. Since it is glass, it has more like, it rubs against your mouse feet more, and so it will wear down your mouse feet a lot faster than a cloth mouse pad. With the Obsidian Pros, they won't wear down as fast as the PTFE. In my opinion, if you're getting a glass mouse pad and you want to main a glass mouse pad, I would highly recommend picking up the Obsidian Pro skates, but you don't have to. You can use your PTFE skates if you want. One thing that I will say is essential though is this sleeve, and this is what like scared me away from maining a glass mouse pad for so long, is this right here. So this is a arm sleeve. Basically, there's like a bunch of different designs that you can buy. Wallhack sells them, but you can also buy them from other retailers as well, and they all have different designs. This is what like made me not want to switch to a glass mouse pad for so long, because I just like didn't like the idea of having to put on an arm sleeve every time I wanted to game. It just felt really sweaty and really like nerdy to put on an arm sleeve every time I wanted to play. But honestly, I think the trade-off is worth it, and honestly don't mind anymore. Like it doesn't take too long to put on, like literally 5 seconds to put it on and take it off. I think the trade-off is worth it. So the reason why I like glass mouse pads is not only is it just super smooth, right? But the main appeal of it for me personally is that it doesn't wear down like a cloth mouse pad does. So with a glass mouse pad, like this can literally last you forever because it doesn't slow down like a cloth mouse pad does. It doesn't get dirty like a cloth mouse pad does. So the surface will pretty much stay consistent forever. And like I have a cat, and before this I mained the Artisan Zero, and the Artisan Zero is notorious for getting like hair trapped on the surface. And every day I'd have to like brush that hair off, and lint roll it, even though you're not supposed to lint roll your mouse pad. I would just lint roll it because I was lazy. And with a glass mouse pad, I don't have to worry about any of that. I also don't have to worry about like washing it every couple months. You literally, if you want to wash a glass mouse pad, you just take like a cloth, like a microfiber cloth, wet it, and then just wipe it down really quick. And that's really all you have to do. So all of that for me makes it worth it. And I don't even have, like, I don't really mind wearing the sleeve just to get all of those benefits. Now, the other thing that I thought before I switched to the glass mouse pad, I thought I was going to be absolutely shit on this mouse pad. Like, I literally thought I was going to whiff everything and that I just wouldn't be able to play to the same level as a cloth mouse pad. But that's really not the case. Like, even in my initial review video, when I first used this mouse, like the glass mouse pad for just like a quick death match, that's literally all I used it for, is a quick death match. It felt okay. Like, obviously I didn't have as much control and I wasn't used to it yet, so I was whiffing a little bit, but it wasn't as uncontrollable as I thought it was. And now that I've used it every day for like the past 2 weeks, I've gotten really, really comfortable on this mouse pad. And now I pretty much aim exactly the same, if not better than I did on my cloth mouse pad. I honestly feel like I aim a little bit better now. Something about just having this really smooth feeling and being able to stop whenever I want has just really made my aim kind of like improve to the next level almost. I mean, for me, that's not really surprising. I think it's because I already have like pretty good mechanical aim. So it's not surprising that I was able to adapt pretty fast to the glass mouse pad. It might be different for someone else, but for me personally, like I got used to it really quick. I feel like I'm already playing at like my full potential in terms of aim. The mouse pad itself isn't really holding me back at all. And that's another thing too. It's really hard to describe unless you've tried it in person. But before I used a glass mouse pad, I thought that it was just going to be like ice skates, pretty much no friction whatsoever on the pad. I wouldn't be able to control it at all. That's really not true. Like, obviously it is faster and smoother than a cloth mouse pad, but there is still texture and resistance when you slide your mouse. Like when I'm gliding my mouse across and swiping, when I'm doing this, there's still resistance on the pad. Like, it's not like a completely frictionless experience where you don't have any input whatsoever. You're still getting a little bit of that texture since the top is texturized for the mouse sensor so that it can actually track properly. You are still getting that feedback when you're using a glass mouse pad. I have heard that this experience varies from different glass mouse pads depending on the company, and I haven't tried any other glass mouse pads other than the SP004 from Wallhack. So if any other companies are watching this and they want to send me their glass mouse pad, I would love to try different glass mouse pads. But I'm pretty sure Optimum Tech did mention in his video that different glass mouse pad companies have different like feelings in terms of the texture and glide. And in his experience, the Wallhack SP004 was the best out of them all. So that's pretty interesting. Obviously, I can't speak to that because I've only had this one. But yeah, overall, I've just really been enjoying using this mouse pad. And the other upside is that it just looks so clean and elegant on your desk. Like, I just have the plain black one, and I feel like it just upgrades my whole setup. It makes it look better. But there's also glass mouse pads with designs on them as well, so you can change it up that way as well. But yeah, also it's just been like fun playing on a glass pad. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like I was so burnt out on Valorant lately, and I haven't been playing much video games in general. But like switching to the glass pad and just like having something new, like a new feeling, and having something new to adapt to and get good at, it kind of like remotivated me to start playing again. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because like it feels so much different and I have something new to sort of get used to and get good at. But yeah, overall, it's just been like a pleasure playing on it. But yeah, overall, the main appeal for me, like I said, is just that like there's no consistency concerns with the glass mouse pad, and it just stays the same pretty much forever. And so you could just like buy one and leave it on your desk until the end of time, basically. But yeah, I highly recommend the SP004 from Wallhack. They package it really well. It's like really secure, and there's no like concerns of it getting damaged in shipping whatsoever. It's like a box inside of a box, and then the box with the mouse pad just has an ample amount of padding, so you don't really have to worry about that either. But yeah, you will have to get a sleeve. I did mention in my initial review actually that my fingers would stick to the mouse pad. I think I'm not having that issue so much right now because it's like the winter time and it's not as humid where I am. But during the summer, when I first initially reviewed the mouse pad, it was definitely like warmer and my fingers would actually stick to the mouse pad. I think I've kind of subconsciously changed my grip to where my fingers don't even touch the mouse pad anymore. Ever since I switched to the glass mouse pad, I kind of started lifting up my ring and pinky finger up a little bit more, which were the two fingers that were touching my mouse pad to begin with. And now they don't really make contact with my mouse pad, and so it's not really an issue for me anymore. But I just kind of like did that subconsciously, like changed my grip so it didn't do that, and it didn't really affect my aim or anything. I'm still aiming really well. So yeah, I don't know, really not much else to say. I just wanted to make this video just talking about the glass mouse pad, my experience on it so far, and pretty much just glazing it. I've just been glazing it, but I honestly really have nothing bad to say about it. So yeah, moving forward, I will be a Glass Mousepad enthusiast, and I'm going to be maining a Glass Mousepad from here on out. So I don't know if you'll ever see me go back to a cloth mousepad. If you do, I guess I'll make a video on it. But from this point forward, I will be maining Glass Mousepads. I hope I can get my hands on some other Glass Mousepads from different companies to try out. Maybe like the new design coming out from Wallhack 2. See if I can get my hands on that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.